Hello and welcome to our audience. Thank you for joining the OMVAI Talk Show. We're very excited to have our featured guest today. And you need to know I have been extremely inspired by your journey. Your entrepreneurial journey with the school has made such an impact and such a difference in many's lives. And I just wanted to recognize that.
Thank you so much, Vaibhav, for having me on the show. It's a great honor, sincerely, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really thank you.
You're welcome, and thank you again for coming and agreeing to be on the show today. Doorva, I want to understand if you would please share your journey as to how you got to where you are today.
Well, I was happy being a housewife for, say, almost 10 years of my life and 10, 11 years of my life. And I had both my boys, and my little one was just 2.5 when I started a job. And it was just that I wanted some cultural, my creative urges, like wanting me to go further. So that's why I did the job, but my son was very little and I had to quit it. So finally, when he was in first grade and he joined St. Xavier's, I launched this school, and I thought I launched it as a daycare, a crèche, so that no other mother leaves her job, because I had to quit my job because of my young son. So I started this daycare so that no other mother leaves her job, because it's really painful. It's always not for monetary purpose that you work. You work for your own creative growth as well. And for me, this was the case, not monetary. Later on, it so happened that life took a turn, and I started this school in 2006. And then it was just that I was fulfilling my creative urges, but later on, it became my bread and butter, because I went single and then I had to work on the school all by myself.
Wow, that's great. So it was such a natural process for you that it just came to you to start the school. Were there any challenges when you started? And as of today, how many children have you worked with? How many children have gone through the school and are currently there?
Well, to tell you the truth, when I began, the major challenge that I faced was that people had no idea in India about daycares and crèches. So because we have a culture of joint families, and people have their elders living with them, so the children are taken care of. So the concept of sending their child to a daycare was a no-no. They couldn't have imagined how I will take care of someone else's child. So I had to convince them that this is done. Working women do send their children to daycares, and I'll take good care of them. So time and again, I had to give them testimonials. I had to win their trust. So that was really challenging. But I'm glad in those days, there was no competition. As in Jaipur, mine was the first daycare ever. So I started the daycare culture here in Jaipur.
Wow, that's incredible. So you started that piece of culture. So to this day, do you know how many daycares there are now?
Oh, there are loads of them. I had so many people getting inspired by whatever I was doing and thinking it as a very easy job. And they opened daycares, but they had to shut down, because you need real good infrastructure, and majorly the backbone are the helpers that are there in the daycare who pull the whole scene through. You can't do it alone. It's a teamwork. And today we have scores of them. I think more than, I guess, 100, more than 100, 150 daycares across Jaipur. I can be wrong with the numbers because there are too many.
Right, but you started that. You planted the seed.
15 years, yes.
Beautiful thing to
this
be
is
able
the 15th year running. And you know what? 22nd of June is my 14th. I'll complete 14 years and I enter into 15th year. It is our birthday.
So 15 years, are you going to do something exciting? That's very exciting time.
It is, but considering the present situation, it's not exciting at all.
Right. I'm sure that the lockdown has had quite an impact on the school itself. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it did. It did. We are totally like, we had to close down. We had to send the children away. I closed down on 14th was the last working, and 22nd we had the lockdown. So I was not calling the children after that. We were having our exams, and we had to stop midway. And
wow. Wow. I'm sure the impact is definitely felt, but once the lockdown is lifted, I'm sure that that will shift again. It'll happen probably in the next couple of months. Yeah.
yes, you know what we did was 14th, 1st of April, we started online classes. So we were having online classes regularly. So the children were studying online, having Zoom classes, and that was a real great help.
Yes, definitely. You know, we've seen that shift in all of our educational institutions going to online. Do you feel that the learning is different because it's via Zoom platforms and it's a distance learning system rather than in person?
It is, it definitely is. And I don't think it's a good idea at all, because exposing the children to the internet, to the computers is not a good idea at all. The learning happens only when you learn with on a piece of paper, you're writing with a pencil, and it's a hands-on working atmosphere with the teacher sitting in front of you and teaching you. That again has a different kind of impact.
Right, right. I'm sure it has an impact on the children, but when they all come back to school, it'll be a new world again. They'll be relearning different things about learning in classrooms again. Yeah.
True, true. I'm just waiting for them to get back.
Right. I can imagine. Doorva, for the last 14, almost 15 years in your work, what has been one of the major challenges you've experienced as an entrepreneur?
See, I started when I had everybody around. My in-laws were there, my husband was there, but then I went single. That was a challenge. I'm like trusting somebody who's all alone, fending for herself. And I already had an established school then. 2.5 years I was already working when I went single. But it was a challenge, because doing everything on your own is not an easy job in India. And for a single female here in Rajasthan, it definitely is a challenge. Times have changed down the line, but yes, back then it was a big no-no. I'm like, people would look literally down upon you.
I can understand that. I can understand that.
So I had to become really thick-skinned.
And I'm sure that it was a big challenge for your identity as a woman. You know, how to overcome that challenge as a single woman, I'm sure.
It definitely was. And I guess that time was my true test. And that is the time that has shaped me and my life today, what it is right now.
Sure, true, true. So what has been the best part, some of the best parts of being the principal of your school and being an entrepreneur?
Well, the best part of being a teacher is that I get to interact with the children, and I love that because I love children a lot. And the interaction with them, for me, it's a learning experience each and every day. For me, the learning has not stopped till date. That has been my major, what should I say, achievement, that I learn every day. I learn from my children, I learn from the teachers, from my staff, from the parents I interact with. So basically, you can put it this way, that human interaction has given me so much of knowledge that I can deal with any kind of person today, in today's times.
Wow, that's great. That's inspiring to hear that, you know, all of this hard work that you have done over those years for you to be able to have that and to make such a big difference in other people's lives. I mean, not just other people's lives, but you're a role model for men, women, people all over the world for the work that you're doing. Doorva,
that's really kind of you. Say that.
Of course you are. Doorva, how do you feel about the education system in Rajasthan itself? Do you feel that there needs to be improvements to the education system?
Yes, definitely. I feel that we are way back in time as far as the rest of the world is concerned. The methods that we use, the kind of courses that we follow, they don't have, you can't implement in your life, though the courses that we have. So teaching children ABCD is not a challenging job, but the courses that go on further are not life experiences. I think that more of life experiences should be added to the course that we do. That way, I think Japan is way ahead. They teach their children how to meet life day to day, hands-on. That should be the education system, according to me.
That's true. Because when I think about how I was raised and my experience in the education system, I was not taught any type of responsibility.
Exactly. Be more compassionate, be more responsible. That should be incorporated in the courses that we do. Hands-on. Experiences that relate to your life, that ready you for the actual life that you're going to live, to ready you for responsibilities, for relationships, many things. We learn X plus Y is equal to Z. How do you implement it in life? It doesn't make sense to me. A chemical equation, how is it relevant in our lives? It is not. So changing the education system at the grassroots level is required.
I agree. It absolutely requires the grassroots level. Perhaps you are planting a seed, or you can, in terms of in the state of Rajasthan and in the education system there, to show and showcase that to the world and India itself.
I really feel that it's a great responsibility, because educating children is like shaping lives. It is like shaping lives, and you cannot play with it. So you have a big moral responsibility.
Right. I agree with what you're saying. Yes. And absolutely, especially when it comes to the education system. And, you know, I'm sure you've seen and applied various improvements in our beautiful home state of Rajasthan in your journey as well. So I know you have many other skills. You're a horticulturist, you're a food blogger, you're a baker, you have many talents and skills. So how did you find the time to develop that outside of the work that you're doing in education?
I had this strong passion, and my love for plants got me. I'm not a trained horticulturist, but I have a passion for it. So I think where there is a will, there's a way. So just to follow my passion, I found that way. And baking, I always did. Since I was a little girl, I used to bake a lot, and I used to love doing it. I love feeding people. I love throwing parties. I'm not a big foodie myself, but I love cooking and love baking. So that I developed as a professional thing during the lockdown. So I have the lockdown to thank.
Wow, right? Yes, I've been seeing your posts about the beautiful and delicious food. I'm so excited to come to Jaipur to try all of your cooking.
Of course, waiting to see you.
Right? I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully it'll happen soon.
Me too.
What is it like being a woman entrepreneur of such many talents? And with that experience, how would you advise, or what kind of words would you impart on other women who want to be a leader like yourself?
You know, in Rajasthan, we've totally seen women being oppressed. They are not given the forefront. They are not the forerunners. They're not in the forefront for the families. They're always behind, always with a veil across their face, working in the kitchen, rearing up the children. I agree, a woman has to do all that in the Indian culture, and I respect that. You have to do it. I've also done it. But being a woman does not mean that that is your destiny only. You have to move forward with the talents that you have, and you should be really vehement about it. Yes, I need to do this. You should be clear logically. You can explain the other person that, see, this is my creative urge that I have to settle, and I, like you, I also need to work. So that way a woman should enhance her talents by bringing it in front and talking to the person or partner she has and explaining it to him that, yes, I need to work.
I agree. I agree with what you're saying. You know, we've seen many changes happening and coming in Rajasthan state. And I think it comes from women such as yourself and many other women who are role modeling in leadership roles within the state and have had such an influence and impact on the community in general.
Yeah, but like many of us still need that push and a shove to move forward, because women basically are, we as girls, little girls, are taught to not believe in ourselves. We always need for an approval from the other person, that yes, you are on the right path, you are doing the right thing. So it's never independent decision making. So women should develop that sense of independent decision making. Empowerment doesn't mean that you're going to wear short clothes, you're going to smoke, you're going to drink, you're going to party till late, you can move on your own. No, that's not empowerment. Seeking the approval of the world in doing what you do and showcasing your talent is true empowerment. That a woman should develop.
This is why you're so inspiring to me. I appreciate you sharing the meaning of empowerment. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Well, you know, I'm more of a person who lives in the present. So planning for the future, I can't do it, I guess. But yes, I see myself as the owner principal of an institution till 12th. I want a school. That's why I don't have any branches in Jaipur. I have only one school. And this I'm going to develop till 12th. I'm working on it. I hope I succeed.
You absolutely will succeed. I believe in you and in your journey. And once you believe it, it's amazing what will come up and how you will move forward in that journey.
Yeah, I believe the universe conspires to fulfill your dream that way. If you are really strong, you strongly believe in your own dream. And another thing that I want to do is travel. I want to be a traveler.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming. Which anywhere in the world, which country would you want to travel to?
I want to travel all across the globe. No particular country. I want to fill my passport with visas of all sort of countries. I want to just keep counting.
Yes, I can see you doing that. I can see you traveling over the years coming. Yes. So, Doorva, what book inspires you the most?
Oh, I am a big fan of Godfather. I loved that book, Jeffrey Archer, Prodigal Daughter, Godfather. And, you know, it gave me the sense of independence and the strength a man can have and command. A human being can have and command, I'll say, not only a man. And that really was inspiring. In spite of he being a gangster, he had qualities that were unmatched. And that book had an impact on me, real impact. And then I had the good fortune of meeting Jeffrey Archer during the Jaipur Literature Festival. That was a dream come true. So like it came around a full circle, and I told him that this book is.
I was just gonna ask, did you have the opportunity to meet?
I did, and I was so overwhelmed. And I just told him, okay, listen, I have come around a full circle. I started reading this book when I was in college, and started my college. And I guess I read it twice or thrice just to understand the meaning of that book. I was so greatly impacted by the book. And I never dreamt that Jaipur is going to fulfill that dream for me. That one day I will meet Jeffrey Archer, get that book signed. That book is around 25, the edition was around 20 years back, the one I have. One of the first editions. And I told him that, and he was zapped. I said, see, I never thought that I am cherishing this book to get it signed by you. And he signed it. So that's a treasure for me.
That's amazing. How amazing is it that, you know, you have had such opportunities to meet so many people at JLF?
Yes, and you know, that only Jaipur provides you. No other city in the world, I guess. Jaipur is very Cosmo that way.
I believe it, yes. You know, because we have gone to the festival over the years, and we together have met some incredible.
Yes. Incredible. I just can't forget those times.
Yes, right. So looking back over your time, your journey, what's something that you would do differently?
Well, there's something that I would do differently if I go back. I would appear for the civil services examination, because my father wanted me to be a civil servant, and my in-laws said that do not appear. The would-be in-laws, do not appear for the civil service exam, and I agreed. Then I think I broke my dad's heart, and I wanted to be a police officer. So, because uniformed people, I'm really, really in awe of them. So I would have been a police officer, an IPS.
Wow. Well, you still could become an officer today, yeah? But I know whatever you make a hell of a police officer.
I really dream, maybe in next life I would do that.
Yes. But I'm sure your father is still proud of the fact that of everything you have done. I mean, to have started a school, to have done
yes. He's happy.
Good, yes. Who do you think would win a fight? Would it be Batman or Spider-Man who would win the fight?
Of course, Spider-Man.
Why?
He's way intelligent and he's more, he has superpowers. Batman doesn't have superpowers. He's a techie. So I think Spider-Man is the one who is the one, he is more mentally strong and physically, and he has those supernatural powers as well, which Batman doesn't have.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Doorva, what are your 3 top values that you carry with you everywhere in your life? And only use 3 words. Just use 1 word to describe each value.
Honesty, loyalty, and my culture.
Those are great. I like those. I like those very much. So suppose you go outside of your home after this interview and you find a lottery ticket, and the ticket tells you that you have won $1 million. What
Whoa.
would you do with that $1 million?
Well, I will travel. You know what? If travel was free, you'll never see me again. So I want to travel. And in today's times, it requires a comfortable travel, requires a lot of money. I will spend it on traveling. I don't want anything else.
Okay, good answer. That's exactly what I would want too.
Yes.
Maybe you would be generous and let me join one of your trips.
Of course, any day. You'd be the best companion to travel with.
Right? We would have a good time.
Yes.
All right. So if you were to write a book, I know you've been to many JLFs. I know you're such a reader. If you were to write a book about your experiences in your life, what title would you give the book?
Well, I will name it I Am Possible. Every problem has a solution.
I like it. I like that title. That suits you and your journey, because you have proven that you are, beyond just a possible leader. You are a leader.
You know what I believe in is that we have energies. We have souls, and those souls have energies. And when those energies, they react with each other, they interact with each other, the good energies, they meet each other and are friends. And the bad energies, they repel each other and are not friends. So your energy tells you what kind of person you are meeting and what kind of interaction you're going to have with them. So that's why I say any kind of thing is possible. There's nothing impossible. So I am possible, and every problem has a solution. You just have to look for it.
True. I agree with your statement. And I'm looking forward to reading your book and getting your signature on the book.
I wish I'd do that one day, because I certainly want to. I really want to do it.
Great. We have just a couple of minutes left before we wrap up. I would like you to teach me something I don't know. Anything. It doesn't matter what topic. Teach me something I don't know.
Vaibhav, I've known you since quite some time now. And today only I was talking to my elder son, and I was telling him that what kind of an inspiring journey you've had. And I told him, I said that he belongs to a family that is so well off. And this guy says, I want everything that I've earned on my own. That completes you, man. That is such a fulfilling statement. You yourself are a persona that anybody would get inspired from. You inspire me. Not that because you say that I do that for you, but you truly inspire me. You are a complete person. You are complete than many people who have no disability. I think being what you are is your ability. And you are one person who can give anybody a run for their money. So you are absolutely complete. As if I look for a man, that would be as complete as Vaibhav Kothari.
Oh, that's very touching. That's very touching. I'm touched by that statement. Thank you. That's very touching.
You're a great friend to have. You're a great friend to have.
It's a mutual inspiration. And I know that we inspire each other. And I know that I have developed skills and have been inspired and encouraged and mentored by you through your journey as well.
Thank you. Thank you for that honor. But I am nothing in front of what you've achieved and done.
No, I mean, I look at the fact that you were a single woman, a single mother, how hard you have worked to give opportunities to other mothers, and all of the various skills that you have, and how you role model, not just for women, but how you role model to men and to families, and how you role model to the world.
That's really kind of you. I'm just doing my bit. I believe that. And I want to take this opportunity to congratulate you on your granddad's birthday. He was a great man. Wish him a very happy birthday. Up there in the heavens, he's blessing all of us.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. You know, I know that he continues to guide me and bless me. You know, who I am today is as a result of who he allowed me to be. And he provided a life for me and taught me to make use of whatever resources that I could to grow it, to continue to contribute to the world in any possible manner. And that came from him. That was a gift from him. Doorva, I just want to thank you so much for joining us on the talk show. Thank you for contributing your time and your energy. The next time I'm in Jaipur, I'll be there soon. And I am looking forward to eating one of your desserts.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I do all of them eggless. I know you're a vegetarian.
Oh, of course. Now I'm even more looking forward to it. Yeah.
Sure thing.
Thank you again, Doorva. Thank you so much for joining us today on the show. Good night.
Thank you so much for having me. What an honor. Bye-bye.